All right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. Part 2 of the Yukon DOD or Active Fuel Management Delete. So we got everything disassembled. If you watched the previous video, we got everything tore down. We're actually at this point right now. Let's get a little light in there. So right now we're at this point, getting ready. Just put that crank bolt in for a minute, just get the top dead center. Then I'm going to put it in park, kind of lock it in place. And we got the cam here. So the one we're running, I believe, let's see what it says. So yeah, this is the L92 VVT Stage 2 camshaft. So it's got 220, 232 lift at 600. It's quite significant over the other one because the other one is actually got the different lobes for the active fuel management. So anyways, everything on the engine looks fantastic. The thing turns over perfectly fine. In the last video, I did have the new oil pump on, but I forgot to put the chain on. So I'm going to pull that tensioner off so I can actually see the dots. And then we'll get the chain on. Well, we'll get the cam in, we'll get the cam gear on. We are leaving VVT on this. So all I got to do, I got a new bolt for that. So we just got to put this on, get everything lined up, and then just kind of go from there. So I think on this, I don't know if it makes a difference. Oh, it does. It has the keyway to line it up and everything. Sweet. This is the first one of this style that I've ever done. So if you guys are following along and you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe. Consider subscribing. Come along for the journeys. Definitely getting more and more traction on the channel. I'm enjoying it. I welcome all the new subscribers and appreciate everybody. And for you longtime subscribers, those of you that have been here forever, I definitely appreciate that. And I'm glad that you keep coming back. So anyways, I'm gonna get this cam slobbered up and we'll get her back in place. And I'll get the chain on and all that stuff, and then I'll be back with you guys. All right, a lot of adventures I probably should have been recording and showing, because it's been quite an adventure to get to this point. So I was doing the oil pump. Hold on, let me get my light back under here. Okay, so we were doing the oil pump. This little bolt that goes into the sump pickup, I dropped in the oil pan. It actually went into the windage tray. I don't know why I'm filming this. I'm trying to show you guys that I'm filming the cross member. Went into the windage tray, not the oil pump, or into the oil pan, but I couldn't see it, and I kept trying, feeling around, seeing if I could find it. So I had to pull the damn oil pan off, which I was trying to avoid doing. Because this is all-wheel drive, it's not just a simple walk in the park to do it. So what we had to do, we had to drop the sway bar, we had to drop this cross member, we had to disconnect the front diff from the axle itself, and then from these two bolts up here. Then it dropped down, and then I had to disconnect the steering rack, and then that gave me enough room to actually drop the pan down and realize that the damn bolt was not even in there. So anyways, since then I had to order, well, I tried to order a cam retaining plate. The one that was on here, the seal was completely flat. That's one of those things you always forget about every time. I don't care who you are. Every video I've ever watched of anybody building an LS or rebuilding an LS, they always forget that damn cam retaining plate. And I actually have a second one coming. The one I ordered from O'Reilly's didn't show up, so I actually went over to the GM dealership. They told me that the Chevy dealership had one, so I ran over there and grabbed it from them. So I'm going to keep the one coming from O'Reilly's, and then that way I'll have a backup for the next engine that I work on. So anyways, got that, and then I got the cam phaser on. Since this is a BBT engine, I got that phaser on, and then realized that I needed to do a phaser limiter, and you're supposed to do that with those off of the engine. So took all that back off. I already had it torqued on there, took it all back off, did the phaser, which I should have recorded. I should have shown you guys that phaser. I'm pretty sure there's vehicles out there. It's the, I think it's the Comp Cam phaser kit. It's really simple, but it would have been something cool to show. So if you are interested in that, just look up the cam phaser limiter, and I'm sure there's plenty of videos on YouTube about that. So anyways, got that back on. Right now I'm in the process of getting that torqued. So what I've been doing for this is I need to clean this mess up. I just don't want to mix up any of the bolts because I know where I got them all. So my little pry bar, I'm taking this and putting it right up here and letting it rest. Let's see. Letting it rest right up here on top of the front diff. And that just bites into the teeth there. I don't know how dark that was, but it bites into the teeth. And that's exactly what I did. It barely puts any pressure on that flywheel. So our flex plate, sorry. So anyways, right now I'm gonna get that torqued down. I'm gonna get the oil pump back on, get the pickup tube tightened down, and get the oil pan put back on. Then I'm gonna work on getting the front diff and the steering rack and all that stuff back in place. Once I'm done with everything under here, actually I'm gonna put the front cover back on so I can get RTV on it, front and rear, get the oil pan back on. Luckily I had a brand new Brian Tooley pan gasket, so we'll get that all back up in there and get it all tightened up, and then we'll move on to the next portion, which will be getting the heads, the valve springs and retainers done on the heads, and then we'll start getting that stuff back together. So anyways, I'm gonna get this stuff done and then I'll be back with you guys. All right, so like I was saying, it's a new day. Anyways, start there, a new day. Yesterday was definitely a challenging day. Taking things apart, putting them back together. Talked about the cam phaser, all that stuff. So anyways, I got everything underneath, the oil pan back up. I got all the front diff and the steering column, or the steering rack and cross members and sway bar, all that back on. I got the front cover back on here. So our project for today is, I'm gonna clean up a little bit here real quick, and then we're gonna do the heads. We're gonna get the springs and retainers on there. I've already got the lifters soaking in some oil back here. So pretty sure they're good. There's not really any bubbles coming up anymore. So they should be ready to go in. So my plan for today is to pretty much have the heads done, back on, get them torqued down and everything, and then get the exhaust manifolds back on. I'd like to have it all back together today. We'll see if that happens. Right now it's about 10 a.m. so I should have the majority of the day to work on it, but I'm not gonna show you guys the springs and retainers and stuff. You guys, I've got 2 videos out of that, so go back and watch those. But as I'm putting them back on, I think I might do another time lapse. Just maybe not, we'll see. It's not much to putting it back together, it's just a reverse of taking it apart. So anyways, I'm gonna get to these cylinder heads, get those banged out, and then we'll be back with you guys. Alrighty, so got the heads placed back in there, new head gaskets. I did, since we had it apart, I went ahead and replaced all the spark plugs in it. These ones didn't look horrible. One of them was actually backed out quite a bit. I'd say backed out about at least halfway, which is really weird. It didn't seem to be running weird prior to the lifter noise, but you never know. So anyways, I kind of did an upgrade, the TR6s. So it seems to be a pretty common plug that people use, whether it's naturally aspirated or nitrous. I know on the jumping up to like forced induction or turbo engines and stuff, a lot of guys are running the TR7s. I'm pretty sure, yeah. So I've got, yeah, the BR7 EFs. I've got a couple of these. I just didn't know if I had 8 of them, and I didn't really want to dig through crap. So, plus I don't need that. I don't need that in there. No intentions of turboing this right now, and I'll have everything apart when I do. So anyways, we got some oil, got some coolant, just because we're getting to that point. So right now, with the kit I got, Texas Speed sends out their new fasteners. Since everyone says torque to yield, it came with the kit, so I'm going to use them. The old ones look great, but anyways, you know how that goes. So yeah, got the springs and retainers on there. Titanium retainers, new valve seals, all that good stuff. So anyways, we're gonna get these bolts in, get them torqued down. The only thing I hate about these is the stupid torque into 90-degree angle. So kind of makes it difficult in here. I might just end up torquing them to 80 pounds or so and just call it good with that. So anyways, I'm gonna get that done. I'll be right back with you guys. Well, I apologize to all my viewers that were wanting to see this go back together. It was taking so long. I just got into it, and no excuses. I just kept going and didn't even pick up the camera. So anyways, all I've got left, put the intake on. Just have to hook up the fans, and then fill fluids, and I can't start it yet. I got to turn on the accessories. I've got to download the base file from the computer so I can get it sent off with all the data. And then it is the weekend, it is Saturday right now, so I don't know if I'll get the tune back this weekend or if it'll end up being Monday or Tuesday. Whatever the case may be, it is what it is. So yeah, I'm gonna get the rest of this put back together and buttoned up. Actually, I've got a few bolts to tighten as well down on the bottom, so I'll get those squared away too. And that should be it for it. So, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to save the loading the new tune and starting of it for the end of this video. So it might be a few days before I complete this video, but I am going to post the first half of this video later on this evening, so you guys would have seen that already. So anyways, I'm going to get these couple things wrapped up and get my computer all squared away, get that bass tune or bass file off of this. So we will be back with you guys. All right, everyone, so we got the Yukon outside. I got it fired up last night with the new tune, and I'm actually just gonna go for a ride right now and do a data log so I can send over to them, and I'll get it fired up here for you. It has a rough idle, and I'm sure part of that is the camshaft, but I think part of it might just be how the idle is set up. So we'll have to see what they say. But see here, fires right up, oil pressure's coming up. The oil pressure is actually still running low even with the new pump in it. So I'm gonna try and figure out what the heck the deal is there. Well, right now, I mean, it's at 50 psi, but as you can hear out here, no lifter noise. But yeah, here's my rough idle's already starting. But I mean, I took it for a little ride last night. Let's see. So I took it for a ride last night, and throttle response is amazing. It drives great. It's just right here at idle, it's just rough. So yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go do a data log on this and get that sent off. But I mean, it sounds great, even at idle with it. I mean, that is a little bit of chop. It is a stage 2 cam, so it's a pretty decent sized cam. So maybe that's just the way it is at idle. I'll talk to them and kind of get an idea and see, and we'll just kind of go from there. The second part of this video kind of sucks just because I got so consumed with getting back together that I didn't film as much, but I definitely hope you guys enjoyed the videos. If you did, please consider subscribing, and like and give me a comment. Let me know how you like the video, and let me know what you'd like to see in the future. So we'll end it off there, and we'll see you guys in the next video.